Folks, welcome back to Delboy's Garage. Today we're going to change the handlebars. I've had these old drag bars on for a while since I've had it, and they're kind of okay, but I wanted something a bit more interesting. So what I got from Interweb is a pair of these Biltwell Z bars. I think they call them Keystone. Pretty cool. They come in this tubey grip sock thing to protect them. They're from Zodiac catalogue, but Biltwell sell them. There's loads of options. Interesting point on the back. Someone else made this point on the net. Made in Taiwan. But then again, that's not an issue, because if you look at this whole genre of little Z bars and bobbers and stuff, if you look up a company called roughcrafts.com, they've got a little bike called the Iron Gorilla, which is based around an 883 Iron. And it's an extremely cool little bobber. I think the Taiwanese, the Japanese and so on, they're all coming out with this stuff, and these are seriously well made. I can do it with one hand. The TIG welds on these are astonishingly good, which you would expect for something that has to be that strong. Got the dimples for the wiring, and you can see that there. That welding is amazing. That is what I wish I could only weld half that good. That is amazing, and they're definitely going to be very strong. So I'm going to get these fitted on the bike, see what they look like. Join me in a minute. I just need two tools. There's just two tools you need to change a pair of handlebars. Well, three. 1/4 inch Allen wrench, Allen key, whatever, for the actual clamp, and some Torx drives, a T25 and a T27. 25 goes in the switch gear, 27 goes in the lever clamps. Torx heads, Torx bolts are notoriously easy to mince and to naff up, so just be careful with them. Take your time, straighten the tool up, and make sure you undo it with a bit of care, because if you naff up the screw, they're impossible to get out unless you drill them, and then it just makes a mess. So even like there, they're just fiddly. Loosen them. And that's it. Now this one, we're going to take off the bar completely, and then we're going to slide the bar out of that one, leaving it where it is. It means we don't have to mess about adjusting throttle cables. They just go straight back in. But this one has to come off. So all that can just hang on its wiring for now. We'll fiddle about with that later. That just slips off. Job done. Now take the clamp undone. If you do these up properly with a little bit of grease on them, they'll just come undone fine every time, and they don't have to be that tight. Unless you've got big tall ape hangers and you need lots of grip to stop them twisting. Four bolts there. Take the clamp off. So let the clocks. Okay. On the new ones. First job. Pop them inside switch gear. So I'm just going to nip them up loosely. Try and get the gaps when you put the clamps on. Make sure the gaps top and bottom are the same, otherwise it won't grip properly. Cool. Just check all your levers work and all the wiring's in the right place. A lot of this wiring, you just clamp it off. Clip it to the bars so you can hide it, mess about with that later on. Check that for the right position. Now that is incredibly fun. That's good. I like that. Let's get out in the daylight. There we are. Check that out. Just love the way that the bars frame the clock perfectly. That is so cool. That is excellent. They lean forward, but they give the bars kind of like a clip-on feel. So when you sit on the bike, you've kind of got dead comfortable position. Straight arms, slight slouch. That's perfect. Absolutely what I wanted. The wiring I've just cable tied up. Just reached down in, pulled it through a little bit. There's just a little bit of housing sort of showing there, so what I might do is, I think I'm going to be possibly fitting a tank lift, and once I do, all that wiring will go up under the tank neatly out of the way. So for now that's okay. It's not at all tight. I've reclipped it all, moved the wire in behind, just put one clip at the top, the rest goes straight down. Had to adjust the clutch a little bit because the free play was different. There was less of a bend on the clutch cable, so it's still in front of the light, so I'll sort something out with that later on. The hose here, this has got a 90-degree bend that was rotated back and it fouled on the bars, so I just had to loosen that very, very gently so as not to let any air in, and just rotate it out slightly. Just a little adjustment, that's all. Adjusted the indicators back. The throttle has gained a little bit of free play, so just going to adjust that out of those. But everything else, that potentially is probably about 7" I guess. But where the old bars were straight out here, the hand has only gone up about 2 inches, but it's just dead straight. They're lovely, and I think that is a little bit of a success. Makes the bike look a bit more aggressive. I love that leaning forward style, sort of crazy horse custom styling. It's a lot better than chopper kind of long ape hangers. And I think the whole ape hangers and chrome thing's a bit done to death now. This is the new way, the dark side. I love it. Biltwell Keystone bars, fitted. Thanks for joining Delboy's Garage. See you next time.